What is up, Storm Chasers? We are live. All right, you should be able to hear me. If you can't, let me know. So I'm gonna look in the chat here. Let me know that you can hear me and see me good. All right, so we can get into everything. You know, we were gonna come on here and talk about the BS, the drama, and I'm still gonna do a video on Monique and D.L. Hughley and Amber Heard and Johnny Depp and all that good shit. But I felt like we needed to come and have a discussion about all of these mass shootings, including the one that just happened in Tulsa. So let me look over here. All right. See, the one said, let's go. Hey, is it starting? Yes, we are live. We are live, people. Just let me know that you can hear me, and then I'm going to go ahead and get in it. I know it's late. A lot of people going to catch it on the replay. Damn cough. I know a lot of y'all going to catch it on the replay, and so that's just what we're going to have to do. So let's see. Yes, we can. All right, perfect. So today in Tulsa, Oklahoma, an unnamed male that is being identified as black. Now, right there, I don't know of too many black men that commit mass shootings. Typically, that is of the people of the Caucasoid persuasion. That is the want the bread news. Like typically, that's where you see the mass shootings. I'm just keeping it real, keeping it stacked, keeping it 100, keeping it a bean, whatever you want to call it. But although this is being classified as a mass shooting, 4 were killed, and then the gunman allegedly then killed himself after. The man, like I said, he is allegedly black, between the ages of 35 and 40. I'm going to go ahead and hop into the video here. Let me say this before I say anything else. White people commit murders. Black people commit murders. People of all races have the ability and capabilities of committing murders in this country and around this world. As far as Black Americans is concerned, as far as is concerned, if this man came in there and he only shot 4 people and he went to a specific building, which we're going to get into a little later, this seems targeted. The police do not want to say it's targeted. They want to say it's random, but there's no way this can be random for him to go into a hospital and kill 4 people and then kill himself. Sounds very personal. The people that were killed are not identified as of yet. And so let's play the video here from the cops, and then we're going to get right back to it. Give me 1 second to share the screen. The man was black. Yeah, that's what they say. The man was black. Which is making me think. I'm not trying to give him a reason, but it's making me think he did it for a reason. It wasn't just random. You know what I mean? Like 4 people in the hospital. If he really wanted to be on his mass shooter type shit, especially if he knew he was going off himself, he could have came in there and just shot everybody. We're gonna listen first, and then we're gonna get to it. But this sounds personal. Okay, cool. Y'all can see that.
16:52, 4:52 hours. Our dispatch, an active shooter at the Natalie Medical Building.
Y'all let me know in the chat if you can hear it as it plays.
16:52, 4:52 hours. Our dispatch received a call of an active shooter at the Natalie Medical Building at 6457 South Yale Avenue.
Thank you, Jonathan. Jonathan said, I'm from Tulsa. I read he was after a specific someone. My accent won't let me say that word. Someone who worked there. This is more believable right here. So everybody is echoing. Okay, I might have to mute myself. For everybody that is in Tulsa, lives in Tulsa, you guys get the local news there. You guys are going to have the tea more than anybody else. Feel free to email me, stormmonroebusiness@gmail.com, or shoot me a DM on Instagram, stormmonroetv, so that I can give the real updates. All right. So let me mute myself.
We had officers arrive at the location at 4:56, so a 3-minute response time, and made contact with victims and the suspect at 5:01. And that was them making their way to the second floor. The officers that did arrive were hearing shots in the building, and that's what directed them to the second floor. Right now, we have 4 civilians that are dead. We have 1 shooter that is dead, And right now, we believe that is self-inflicted. Officers have not been interviewed, but we're certain that's a self-inflicted gunshot wound on his part. The scene is fairly limited to one section of that floor on the second floor. And officers are currently, and detectives interviewing witnesses that were throughout the building, and especially those on the second floor.
Okay, so you heard it right there. He went to the second floor of the building. Now let me give a little bit more detail. In addition to going to the second floor, the building he went into is called the Natalie Building at this Tulsa hospital, and the Natalie Building has a surgery center in it. They treat breast cancer, and then they also do surgeries related to breast cancer. So I'm sure, like when they remove the breast or remove tumors, mass, things of that nature. Okay, so he went to a certain building at the hospital. He then went to a certain floor of a certain building of the hospital. He then only killed 4 people there and then offed himself. This don't sound personal to y'all? This don't sound premeditated? This don't sound like maybe, and I'm sure, and I know it's going to come out, but why am I feeling like maybe, you know, he had a wife that was treated by the hospital, maybe she died, and he felt like, you know, y'all didn't take care of my wife, I'm gonna come take care of y'all. Like, it sounds like revenge. I'm not saying it's rational, I'm not saying it makes sense, I'm not saying it's right, but I'm saying this is very personal, and I know the police have to present it in a certain way. They have to just be neutral until they know all the facts. But believe you me, this is very fucking personal. Let's keep going.
No officers were injured. We have a reunification center set up at Memorial High School in the auditorium on the north end of Memorial High School for families that may have had somebody in this building at the time and have not been able to make contact. That is a location they can check in with for information. Right now, the suspect, we do not have an identity. That we believe we're getting close on the identity of the suspect. He is a black male, estimated to be 35 to 40 years old, and we have confirmed he had one long gun, a rifle, and one handgun on the scene at the time.
Okay. Now I'm with Miss Allison JD. I want to know the color of the victims. I do too. I think that was a big detail that they have left out. But I do want to point out a couple other things. He's between the ages of 35 and 40. So this is a grown man. This is a man that is fully aware of what he's doing, what he did, because he did as hell now. He was fully aware. Okay. Who wakes up at 35 and 40 to just become a mass shooter, or just I don't even know if you can, well, they're classifying it as mass shooting, so I'll stick with that script. Who wakes up at 40 years old and just wants to go shoot up some shit in their life without a reason? I want to know the reason. This sounds very personal. Very, very personal. Let's keep going.
That's what I have, and I will turn it over to. Can we confirm? I'll come back for those questions.
Okay, thank you.
What was yours?
Well, you said 5 people total dead.
Yes, 4 innocents, 1 shooter.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and.
All right, so those are all the details we have on it so far. I checked multiple sources online, and they're all pretty much saying the same thing right now, that information will be coming out. There's a press conference that I believe is being held at like 10:15 in the morning. That would be Central Time. So Eastern Time, that'd be like 11-ish. And then on the West Coast, that'd be like 8-ish, I believe. So basically in the morning, They will be holding a press conference, hopefully to give us more details, give us the identities of the victims, the identity of the assailant, as well as we need to start digging into the backgrounds. Okay. So once we know who this man is that did it, they already know. Once they release to us who it is that did it, we need to do a social media search. We need to do a deep dive to figure out why this happened. Now, I asked the question, why would a 40-year-old wake up one day to want to go kill some damn body? And someone in the chat said an incel. And that is something that even the FBI talked about, how there is a rise in male incels and there will be a rise in violence due to these incels. And I'm not saying it's an incel. I'm just, your comment stuck out to me because it's absolutely true. Her smoke detector said could very possibly be an incel. No, very true. Very true. But why those 4 people? Why that hospital? Why that part of the hospital? Didn't even try to get away, just offed himself. So he was already ready to die, you know, in my Biggie voice. So I'm trying, I need to know why. I need to know why. No, the rise in these incidents is because they're glorified in the media. And that's the second part of this discussion we should have as well. You got a lot of people in this world that they don't know why they're here. They don't know why they were born. They wish they weren't born. They may have had a shitty upbringing, a shitty adulthood, whatever. And for some people, becoming infamous, you know, they'll do anything to get it. And so if they kill a bunch of people and then off themselves and they leave out of here with a bang and their name is in the record books forever, you got a lot of people that are completely at peace with that. They okay with that. Now, I don't know where they're going after they kill themselves. I don't know where they're going after. I think I know, but I don't know. No. You know what I mean? But the more that crazy ass people see these mass shootings happen, the more that people will want to do it simply for attention, because we are living in a society that is becoming more and more egocentric, narcissistic, whatever word you want to use. You know, communication is at an all-time low, socialization is at an all-time low, and human beings are social creatures. And so what what we're seeing the effects of is just a society that doesn't really interact, and then shit happens and people blow up and then boom, they killing folks. You know, I also personally believe a lot of this shit is demonic possession, but that's another conversation for another day. You know, you can blame the retrograde, you can blame this, you can blame that, but it's too much going on at once. Let's talk about this now too. Oh, Heather said I used to work right across. Wait a minute. Heather said, OMG, I used to work right across that building in Tulsa. Yeah. Hey, you let me know if you hear anything. But and I think I just lost my point. It's another conversation we need to have about this too, but I just actually lost my point. Well, I'll tell you what. Let me share the link just in case anyone has something to add. A-Lab said today was the 101st anniversary of the Tulsa Black Wall Street massacre. Wow. Hold up. I'm gonna look it up. Let me pin the link so y'all can come and chat, and then I'm gonna look this up real quick. Because if this was done to avenge what happened 101 years ago, okay, pin message. Let's see. I'm about to look right now. Tulsa, Oklahoma massacre date. Oh, well, wait a minute. I'm gonna pull it up here. Wait a minute. Share. Share the screen. Chrome tab. Here we go. Okay. So 1921 Tulsa Race Massacre. You go down. I wanted to describe it. So the massacre went from May 31st to June 1st, 1921. Wow. Yeah, I don't want to read all that. But basically, the massacres happened over a period of 18 hours. 800 people treated for injuries and over 300 people died. Wow. Wow. Okay. Okay. So let's think. Let's think. Anniversary was 101 years ago. He's a black man. It's very, very possible that this was a motive. I think we found a motive. Now, I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying this is something that should have happened. But what I'm saying is, I think there's a motive. Yes, of course, I've heard of Black Wall Street. I didn't know it was the anniversary, though. People felt like it was planned. Unless he found who killed his great grandparents, I don't think so. Yeah, but Tierra, the thing is, it might not even be about that. He could just feel like he just wanted to go kill white people. He could have felt like that. Don't try to we're trying to rationalize something that's irrational. So we don't know, but it's gonna come out. We will figure it out. Right. And that's what makes me think it was personal. So we need to know who he is. We need to know who the victims are. We need to know what was their relationship. We need to know. Point blank and a period. I don't think that's the motive. Right? Shaking my head. You just never know. Retaliation. He's mental like other mad murderers, but we know he won't get that title. Yeah, no, he's not gonna get no mental illness. ain't nobody gonna say nothing about no mental illness. That they're not. Now when they come to black folks, we don't get that luxury. Just saying. Let's see. What's going on, Imari?
Oh, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay. No, I was just thinking, like, I think what the other girl just said, like, what if we, when we found out his identity and everything, and then the victims, what if we found out that maybe the victims was like directly connected to that massacre?
You never know. It's possible. It wouldn't surprise me. I didn't know nothing. Not that I didn't know nothing about the massacre, but I didn't know it was the anniversary. So that's why my antennas is up now.
Yeah, and did we just have like a new moon or something?
I think we're in a retrograde. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Hold up. Are we in I can look it up in a retrograde. Folks lose their damn mind in a retrograde.
Yes, they do. They've been losing their mind for the last 2 weeks?
Literally.
Isn't this like our 5th shooting in the last 2 weeks?
Something like that. Oh, this is the last day. This is the last day of the retrograde. It went from May 10th to June 2nd.
They literally went out with a bang. Yeah, but that's all I wanted to say.
This shit real. Thank you, Imari.
All right, see you.
Bye-bye. Now, Carr said it was a cancer center. Yeah, that's what I said at the beginning. It was a cancer center, so maybe he had a loved one that died there, or maybe he felt like his loved one didn't get the proper medical care, the proper attention. Like, who knows? Because I have heard of people, losing a loved one in the hospital and then saying they're gonna come back and kill everybody. I've heard of that. Threatening them. Now, I didn't hear about it actually happening or them going through with it, but The new moon washed away the residual from the most recent eclipse. There is a shadow period of 1 week after retrograde. I don't know. I'm going to leave that there. But that's where I'm going to leave this story. We'll be back later today, all right, to talk about more news. I'm finna go lay back down. Like, comment, subscribe, share if you care, and I will catch you all later.